Hey folks, you've seen this before. This is the last of my Breedlove ukuleles. This is an all myrtle wood instrument. Really nice, striking wood. Let's see if I can get you some pictures of the figure there. Beautiful instrument. I quite like these. I think they're very articulate. They have a nice warm sound. And I would say that they are better than most ukuleles I find in this particular price range, which is, I think these retail around $229, something like that. They're not cheap, and a lot of that is because of the Breedlove brand, which is well known, respected, made by Bedell. Bedell makes both Bedell guitars and Breedlove guitars, and I run across people that love Breedloves. But the other day I was showing this to a potential customer, and while they like the other ukuleles I was showing them, which are no names that they'd never heard of. When I gave them the Breedlove, without even playing a note, the person told me, "Oh, I hate Breedloves." So I took it back from them and we continued on with the rest of the ukuleles. But I thought about that for a while. Most people I talk to about Breedloves, it's fairly consistently praise is what I run into. I think they're fairly well respected in the guitar and ukulele circles, although they're latecomers to the ukulele world. So and after the person left, I thought I should have asked him, what happened? What experience did you have that leads you to say you hate all Breedloves without even trying the next one that comes across your knee? It's an interesting phenomenon, isn't it? And I've come across this before. A couple of years ago, when I was selling, before I had this channel, I had a few guilds. And somebody told me they did not like any guilds that are made in China. None. And I happened to have some of the GAD series guilds that I thought were excellent. But the person wouldn't touch them, wouldn't look at them, wouldn't play them. Similarly, a few weeks ago, somebody told me they wouldn't touch an Epiphone. They didn't understand why people thought they were such good value when there are a lot better things in the marketplace. And I'm wondering, it begs me to ask the question for this video, is there a brand that's fairly well respected by others in the guitar community that you just don't like for some reason? And would you be willing to share why you didn't like it? Was it a single experience with that brand that turned you off? Was it a customer service experience? Did you buy one and have a bad experience with that particular company? Have you played various of that brand and each one is consistently bad and you don't understand why the brand has a value to other people? Another one I can think of is somebody said, I don't like Cort acoustics. And I've always said on this channel, I think Cort makes excellent acoustics in the entry to mid-range level. If you've only got a couple of $100 for a guitar, one of the Earth Series Corts is about one of the best things that you can buy, in my opinion. As a luthier, as a person who's set up lots and lots of guitars, I think they're great value. But every once in a while you run across somebody who for some reason has ruled out a particular brand, and I'm trying to think of if there is a brand that I've completely ruled out that is highly respected in the guitar / ukulele community, and I can't really think of one. There are some brands that I've ruled out that are at the low end, like I don't buy and mess with Cozarts anymore. I've done about 10 of them, and I know they're cheap. I just got tired of the bad necks and the badly fitted hardware off alignment, which threw out the intonation of those particular guitars. They were more trouble than they were worth for me. So I just stopped buying them. But that's low end, that's budget level. Of course, there are some budget guitars, you get 2 or 3 bad ones and then you say, okay, I'm not doing those anymore. I've got a few of those, and I could do a separate video about that. But as far as high-end, I mean, I sometimes knock Fender for some of their new stuff. I don't think it's cracked up to be as good as, being the top 2 or 3 brands out of somebody's mouth. I mean, but Fender makes good guitars. I like some of their acoustic guitars. They're mid to higher range acoustic guitars. They've got a lot of stuff. that's pretty good. I don't particularly like some of their cheaper end stuff. I don't think it's any better than the stuff I'm showing you of the unknown, lesser known brands. But yeah, I can't think of a brand that I just rule out as being bad. I really can't think of a single brand that I'm going to say, no, I don't want anything to do with that particular brand. So I'm just curious as to how people get to that position. There are guitars I've been disappointed with, but I've been willing to try in the next one, or I've been willing to reevaluate based on my next experience. I've never said, oh, I'm not touching any Guilds, or I'm not touching any Washburns, or I don't want anything to do with BC Rich, or I don't want anything to do with Kona guitars. I've never got to that particular point because I always assume I might have had a bad example of that particular brand or model, but the next one might improve or change my opinion, or I might be able to reevaluate that particular brand of guitar. So I just thought I'd throw that out there. Is there some brand that's pretty highly respected, but you're willing to say I hate them? Let me know. Let me know your reasonings. I'm always interested. Okay, folks. See you next time.